Hey guys, Joe, the opinionated window cleaner, coming at you today. How's everything going? Boy, it's a beautiful Saturday, and yes, I'm gonna let everybody know ahead of time. You know me, I'm Joe. I'm an opinionated window cleaner. Uh, and I'm smoking my cigarette, and I actually have a beer today. It's the weekend. I feel like drinking a beer, and I'm grown, so I'm gonna drink me a beer. I tell you what, in a day and age when everyone is against everyone, I'm gonna fix that. You understand what I'm saying? Blacks against whites, Democrats against Republicans, liberals against conservatives, straights against gays, guys against girls, guys and girls against people that want to be guys and girls. You know, you kind of get the idea. This world is going to hell in a handbasket, excuse my French there. And everybody just wants to be against everybody. So I'm offering the whole world a chance to fix this. It's not going to take much. We are fixing to make a law. Now, I'm hoping I can get Trump behind me on this, and if anybody sees Trump or happens to have connections with him, tell him to give me a call. But we are going to pass a law in the United States that every house has to be built with a front porch. If you have a house that currently is up and you don't have a front porch, it has to be installed. Now, hang with me a minute. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I'm telling you this is going to work. Now, on that front porch, we got to have some stuff to make it work. So we have to make a requirement that there is at least 2 rocking chairs on that front porch. You got to have a couple rocking chairs, at least 2 of them. And we really need ceiling fans on there, but I don't want to break everybody's budget, so we'll do the ceiling fans as they can be an added accessory if you want to put a ceiling fan on your front porch. I'm telling you guys, stick with me now. This is going to work. You see, I grew up sitting on front porches, listening to every type of talk from politics to sports to girlfriends, boyfriends. Matter of fact, I got my first kiss on a front porch. Yeah, I was about 15 years old, and the little girl from next door come over and sat on the swing with me. Yeah, y'all don't know nothing if you don't know about them swings. Maybe we need to have one of them on the front porch too. 2 rocking chairs and a swing. That sounds like a good idea. But growing up, sitting on the front porch, that's where neighbors conversated. That's where you got together over problems in the neighborhood. That's where you got together and socialized, something that I think the world is missing, and that's why the world's going to hell in a handbasket. Now, if you get mad on the front porch, that's okay, because it's going to happen. Trust me. The front porch is not going to keep people from getting mad at each other. It's all right. You go home. You're mad. You come back the next weekend, and you start all over on the front porch again. That's the way it happens. I'm telling you guys, I'm on to something here. If I can get the government behind me on this, we have it made. I'm telling you, it's going to work. Now, in order for front porch politics to work, and that's what I'm going to call front porch politics, I like the sound of that, we have to get rid of a few things. The cell phones. We're not saying you can't have a cell phone, but you can't have a cell phone on the front porch. Automatically, that's the first rule. No cell phones allowed to be answered while you're sitting on the front porch. No text messaging, none of that. Because that distracts from the problem solving that goes on the front porch. You just can't do it if you're answering a cell phone and not paying attention. So that takes care of that. Next thing we have to do is we need a moderator of the front porch. You're going to need a moderator. And the way I learned when I was younger, the way it was, the eldest person on the front porch is going to become the moderator. That's right. Whoever the oldest person is, that is automatically the moderator. They're the person that sits back. They don't say a whole lot. They're probably listening to the young bucks talk about the conversation and thinking back in their day when they actually done it the right way, or young buck bragging about something. They're thinking, yeah, if they only knew what I was like when I was young. But then when things start getting out here and the eldest person speaks, once the eldest person speaks, everybody has to shut up. That's the way it was when I was growing up. You can start arguing and everything. Let grandma turn around and take and get tired of hearing it. She'd speak up, and when she done, everybody shut up. But she'd get a switch and go after you whether you were 10 years old or 40 years old. I'm telling you. You don't know nothing about that. You didn't grow up in the South. Kids under the age of 13. Now, this is going to be a kind of rough rule to put in place, but I think it's a good idea. They have to play in the yard, within sight of the front porch, by the way. Because I know there's a lot of people say, well, kids aren't allowed to play in the yards nowadays. They might get bit by a bug. Forget that. Kids play in the yard within sight of the front porch. Now, there are exceptions that kids are allowed on the front porch under the age of 13. Exception number 1. If somebody needs a glass of tea and don't feel like getting up because they're in the middle of a conversation, they say, hey, so-and-so, go get me a glass of tea. That's the kid's job. up until you hit about 13 years old. If a grandparent calls them up because they need to pinch some cheeks, you know, the whole grab them by the cheek and pinch them, or need some sugar from one of their grandkids, and yes, you're allowed on the front porch. But other than that, kids, not be mean to you. I love kids to death, but you need to be out in the yard. If the parents are on the front porch sitting and we're having front porch politics, kids cannot be on the PlayStations, the Nintendos, the whatever else they got nowadays. They got to be out in the front yard playing, whether it be kickball, baseball, football. Guys, I am on to this. I'm telling you right now, this is going to work. All we got to do is get some backing on it. Somebody tell me how to get a hold of Trump, and I'll present it to him. I can just see it. We get a front porch built on the White House, throw some rocking chairs or swing out there. These other politicians from other countries having problems with America, they're talking about, well, we want to blow America up. No problem. Come on over and sit on the front porch and tell us about it. They get out there on the front porch, sit at the White House staff, you know, serving $1 million bottles of wine or whatever it is they serve up there at the White House. I don't know. I've never been. Maybe I'll get an invitation after this. They bring out some good old sweet iced tea and sit down on the front porch and start talking. You know what? Next thing you know, they ain't want to bomb us no more. They're wanting to come over every Saturday night and hang out with us. Well, we're going to have so much company from other countries, Trump's going to get tired of entertaining people. You know, think about it. North Korea, you know why they're upset? They don't have front porches on their house. That's why they're trying to bomb everybody. We get them on the front porch, it's going to be a different thing. That guy's going to have a different outlook on life. I'm telling you guys, this will work. This will work. So what I need everybody to do is help me get this movement started. We're going to call it the Front Porch Politic Movement. And share this video so everybody can get on board and we get these front porches built. I think next I'll call my congressman and see if he'll back this law. But, all right, guys, this is Joe, the Opinionated Window Cleaner. I'm out of here. Have a good day.